Hey loves, it's Brianna. Welcome back to my channel. So many of you, when I posted on Instagram about doing a Q&A, were asking about skincare routine, makeup products, like what I'm currently using. So I figured I would do this Q&A while doing my makeup and kind of be able to share with you the answers to a lot of other questions you guys had, but then the questions about what like my makeup routine currently is. So I put on my moisturizer already, and I use the Saint-Tropez tanning glow drops, and I just, take like 2 of them and rub it all over my face as sort of my base then for my makeup. And then this is the Tarte, the Radiant Shape Tape. It's a little bit more glowy than the traditional one. And it's gonna be hard for me to do my makeup in the camera, so like I have another mirror here, so if you see me kind of like going off to the side, that's why I'm doing it. It's kind of, I'm looking in this mirror at the same time. So apologies for that, but I just use this brush and sort of blend it to get rid of those under eye circles. I barely slept last night. I think I was up till almost 2. Had so much like work stuff I had to catch up on, and a video that needed to get edited and go live. So I was just up way too late. So these under eye circles today, probably needed to use way more than I just used, but I'll kind of take it and blend it down then too, of just like where I have some like redness around my nose and on my cheek, because that's more of a concealer. And then I love my Beauty. This is their Flawless Glow. It's pretty much a knockoff of the Charlotte Tilbury, if anybody else has seen that one or used it, but I'll kind of use this. I don't ever really like a full face of makeup. Like I like my natural skin to sort of shine through. So I don't use a ton, but just kind of like the spots where I want it to look a little more of like a flawless look. And I just squirted on my brush. These are the Beauty Super Glow Bronzing Drops. And I'm trying to extend from the cruise we went on the natural tan that I'd gotten. But I'll just use this as a like foundation brush, and I just kind of use this to blend everything all around. It's hard. I really I'm honestly feel like I can barely see what's happening in the camera lens there. Might be time for me to go get my eyes checked. I feel like I'm getting to that point where my either prescription is changing, or I've always been nearsighted. Like I could read fine without glasses, and I know my mom said that when she started to get older, she needed to get reading glasses, and I'm wondering if I'm getting to that point, even though I would love to just get LASIK and be done with contacts. So maybe I can look into that. This is by Winky Lux. I like to use this for sort of contouring my cheeks. And I do like down under my chin and all along my jaw to kind of accentuate that. And I'll use the same foundation brush then and just blend it all in. It looks like so funny. It looks like war paint until you blend it all in. But okay. Neck is pretty well blended. And then this, I always have to do like the fish lips. But like try to accentuate like my cheekbones with this. And I'll kind of go up and do then around my hairline too. Just because that's like the natural places when like you get sun, it hits your face. And I like to do a little bit lately, like under my nose and on each side of my nose there too. I feel like this just kind of helps. Kind of gives you, again, like just like extending the natural glow from being out in the sun, which was so nice. Oh my gosh, I kind of mentioned it in the last like life update video that I did, but I took the 3 kids on a cruise. I'll put this on really fast. This is the Winky Lux. Let's see what this is. Amethyst Balm. It's like peach lip balm, and what it's supposed to do is bring out a mauve-y tone to your natural lip color, which I've had my lips blush, which means I've had like a tattoo on my lips basically to enhance their color. So I've loved the results, by the way. So that's why I like this, because it's not like a heavy lipstick. It just kind of makes it really smooth and balmy, but enhances the color that she put on my lips. It was JoJo, by the way, at Face Sparkly. If you are in the Cleveland area, she did my brows, she did my lips, and I'm like so happy with just the results of everything. I feel like she's just so talented and so amazing. So if you do want to book with her, she books very far in advance. So get in quickly, like make your appointment right away, because I think last time she said it was like July, but I think it's got to be past that now. Like July was probably like back in February when I initially went. I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder just to kind of get rid of the shine, because I have pretty like oily combination skin. But okay, that's the base. Again, I want it to look like my skin, not like super cakey, so the method to my madness for that. I'm gonna use a little bit of this highlighter. Guys, they sent me this in a PR package, I swear, like over a year ago, and I'm still using it every single day. It was like, I mean, it's almost gone at this point, but it's been like the best highlighter. It's the highlighter that just keeps on giving over and over and over again. But I'll put it like on the upper part of my cheeks there, my nose, like on my Cupid's bow here. Sorry, I was using my middle finger. I didn't mean to be like flicking you off if I was. And then I'll take this little eyebrow brush, and I like to do inside the corners of my eyes, like that. It's kind of like that Victoria's Secret model hack that they say they always do this for like the angels on the runway. And then I'll do a little bit under my eyes to kind of make the I got a good night's sleep look, even though I didn't. And highlight right under the arch of my brows. That's how I use that. And I'm not like coloring my brows or anything like that right now, because I just recently got a touch-up. That's why I feel like they look a little bit darker too. But I'm just gonna kind of brush them up and fluff them. They look good. Then this has been like my new favorite thing. This is the MCO Beauty. It's called Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand. And you can see it's like this little, like you squeeze it and it like more will sort of come out of the top. But this a little bit goes a long, long way. So I just do like 3 little dabs, and I mean like little dabs. And I'm just using like a blush brush. Do you guys see like how pretty, and it's like a teeniest bit, but it gives you just like the prettiest glow. And I'll like take a little bit, hit my nose with the tip. But yeah, I love that stuff. It's like so pretty. I've used it on my eyes too, and it looks really good, but I kind of want a more like muted eyeshadow today. So this is the 9V Vintage Rose. It has like really pretty, like soft mauve-y sort of colors. And I'm gonna combine this one with the white. It always needs like a lot of white because these are like super pigmented. And isn't that such just like a pretty, it's like a very natural, this would go good with like any eye color, but especially because I have green in my eyes, I like to use like purpley colors. They say like if you have brown eyes, like pinks look really good on brown eyes. I know on Presley's eyes, when I do her like makeup for dance and stuff, or when we're just playing around with it, she looks so good with pink shadows on. And I feel like that's what Anna Saccone always wears too, because she has very like pretty dark brown eyes. And I feel like she always wears pink shadow and it looks so pretty. But I like, because of the green, just like a little more of a purpley in mine, because it kind of accentuates them. Make sure these are even. Sorry, again, when I look in this camera, I cannot see if they look even or anything like that. So check it in the mirror. And then this is, who is this by? Who makes this? It's called Bright Eyes Magnetic Luminous Eye Color. I like this just for sort of lining my eyes without like being super dark, like a dark black liner. So I'll do a little bit on the bottom and line the top of my lashes there, and I feel like it just kind of like a nice subtle sort of an eyeliner. And then I just got this, it's by Estee Lauder. It's called Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. It's in, I think, the Extreme Black shade. I'm like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it as much as, like, this is the one I really went to the store for and they didn't have it. I love this MAC Stack. I think this is my favorite mascara, but this one's okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst one I've ever used. At least it doesn't, like, the one thing I hate is when you get a new mascara and there's like black, you know what I mean? There's like black dots that end up falling out of the mascara and they're like in your under eyes. I hate that. And this one doesn't do that. So that makes me happy. I just don't think it coats my lashes as thick as the MAC one did. And it gave them like a more full of a look. Like this gives them, it's a very pretty natural look, but it's just not my favorite mascara. It's not bad, but it's not my fave. And I think some people do their mascara just like super fast, and I take a really exorbitantly long time doing my mascara. I swear it's from pageants, because this one girl, she like taught me, she's like, you want to start like at your base and like wiggle up and like you do it over and over again to really just like coat every single lash and make them stand out really good. So I don't know, I think I've always taken, like, because of that extra long time doing my mascara. Probably looks so weird. I can't see it in the camera at all. Like, why am I even trying? But okay, there we go. That's kind of my makeup routine at the moment. I mean, sometimes I might go a little heavier on the eyeshadow or do like a little bit more darker of an eyeliner if I'm going out or something like that. But for every day, you know, just kind of when I'm like filming around here or going out to run errands and I want to look a little more presentable, this is how I would do my makeup. And I've obviously can take these curlers out. I always just kind of leave those in while I'm doing my makeup to sort of give a little bit more volume, especially to like these front pieces here. But there's a couple of things because I'm going to Stagecoach in just over a week at this point, but I need to try them on to see if they fit, because I think I need to return some things to Amazon today, but if not today, like definitely tomorrow, or I've like missed the return window. So I need to try them on fast, so I want to get your opinion and then I can like sit down and answer more questions. Okay, so here's the first outfit option. The Friday night theme is flames. It's like flame night. So that's why I got the shorts that have little flames in them. This is for when it gets like colder at night, but when it's during the day, I mean, it's supposed to be like 95 degrees. So have like leather tube top on top. I got these boots. I don't know, what do we think of the boots? Are they like too much with the flames? I don't know. And then I was thinking black cowboy hat, or I guess I could do flinging stuff everywhere. I do have this white cowboy hat too. So I don't know, you tell me. Do you like it better with the white cowboy hat, black cowboy hat? Kailu's just gonna go to town, like on all the fringe on these outfits. But all right, here's another look. I have this kimono over right now, but obviously it's gonna be like really hot. So my guess is I might just like use it at night, but I wanted a top that I could wear like turquoise jewelry with. So I got like turquoise hoops and this necklace and then this like cuff bracelet. And Kailu was peeking out there. I just feel like this is so fun, like with like the fringe and yeah. Okay, here's another option. I love this tee. It says Wild West on it. And this is like a black, it's super flowy and lightweight. And I put those like sparkly boots under it and then put this like silver belt around it. So this is another option. Okay, this is another option with the same like boots, same belts. And I think what I like the little arm, like sparkly cufflink. I feel like that's so cute. Okay, and then this isn't a Stagecoach outfit, but I got it for like wearing to dinner and just like for the summer, for going out and stuff. Should I keep this? Do we like it? It was an Amazon dress. It came in like a ton of different colors and prints, but kind of like this one. I thought it was a little different, but should I keep it? Yes or no? There is still a complete mess behind me on the bed here of all the Stagecoach stuff, but I wanted to just sit down and be able to focus on some of the questions that you guys asked me. Somebody asked about like when we're traveling, do I use a travel agent or do I book my own stuff? And I would highly recommend checking out my friend Sarah. Her Instagram is Here's Why I Like It. She's helped me book my Disney trips. She's helped me book the cruise we just went on. She's helped me book like when I went skiing with Landon and Vale, when I did a wellness weekend in Miami. She's just like amazing. So if you need any kind of travel assistance, check out Sarah, Here's Why I Like It on Instagram. And she's always sharing like really good deals and things like that too. So she's able to get you like the best prices, and also then like a lot of extras. Like every place we've stayed, we've been able to get like free breakfast or like credits every single day for different stuff around the hotel or the resort or that kind of a thing. So it's been really, really helpful. And huge thank you, Sarah. You know I love you. Do you think you'll ever get married again? I would really hope so. So I'm just gonna put out there like, yes, we're gonna put that in the universe. Like I'm going to get married again, and it's going to be to the right person for me at the right time, and it's just all gonna make sense. How do you find motivation to eat right and work out consistently? Basically, because I feel like absolute crap if I don't. My mental health gets shot. If I'm not moving my body every single day, I've realized this about myself, even if it's not going to the gym, if I'm at least cleaning around the house and like doing activities, my mental health seems to be a lot better. If I have a day where I'm just working all day on something on my computer or have a lot of calls, or like if I'm just very sedentary, I feel it like rocks me mentally. Like I have to get up and start moving, whether it's like put on a song and start dancing, go for a quick walk around the block. A lot of times that is what I'll do too, is like when I have phone calls, I'll take it from walking around if I don't need to be on my computer for it, so that, you know, I'm up and moving my body. I feel like the more I move my body and get my energy flowing, it like gets all of like the negativity out and just puts me in such a better, happier, healthier, clarity-filled headspace. So I've realized that about myself. And as far as the eating healthy, I think same thing. As good as it might taste in my mouth in the moment, I never feel good afterwards when I eat a lot of junk. You know, I think everything in moderation though. Like there's nothing wrong with treating yourself to a dessert or, you know, splurging or having like a special meal for whatever. But for me, like I feel just so much better when I'm like eating a lot of smaller snacks all throughout the day. I feel like that just keeps my energy up. And like, you know, especially if I'm having nights where like Hayden for a while there was getting up a lot and it felt like we were back to the newborn stage in some capacity, because it was like every couple hours he was waking me up, and it just like I wouldn't have survived that couple of weeks if I hadn't just been eating right and like really focusing on still doing my workouts and everything like that. So I think I really focus on how I feel, and I want to feel good, and I know I'm just so much happier and so much more productive when I put in the energy to those things. And you know, hopefully there's like a longer term payoff for, you know, doing all of those things too. Somebody asked about the healthy ways to heal, because I mentioned in my life update video just how, you know, I've really been focusing on a lot of different wellness activities and practices to heal. And for me, I think journaling, I always feel so much better when I journal out my feelings, or even if it's just like writing about my hopes and dreams. And by the way, I just wanted to touch on this because I feel like this is very related. I posted this weekend how me and my girlfriends had a manifestation board party. And this set some people off to be like, you don't believe in Jesus. It felt very judgmental and very accusatory of like I was doing something wrong for dreaming big. And I think everybody's relationship with God or Jesus or whatever your spirituality is can be very, very personal and not something that you are willing to share openly. But I've been very open on here that I love Jesus. I'm saved by Jesus. That is how I was raised, but it's also then I feel a choice that I made at my confirmation when I was older and that I continue to make in adulthood. And I guess I just don't understand how me making a manifestation board with cutting out pictures from a magazine and words of visualizing like what I hope and I pray to Jesus on my knees every single night next to my bed that I want in my life and that I want for my family and that I want for my kids and that I would like in my future, why it was wrong for me to do that. Like for the people who sent me those messages, guys, it's like very confusing. Like if you want people to love Jesus, like we have to be really loving, like the way that Jesus actually taught us to be. So I guess I don't understand those messages sometimes of like, if we're you know, trying to bring people to Jesus and bring people to the Lord. And like, why are we trying to like push people or make people feel bad or blamed or guilty? Like, none of us is perfect. We all know that we all do the wrong thing. So I just don't think it's bringing anybody closer to Jesus by making them feel bad about things. You know, of why I felt like it was a really exciting thing to have a manifestation board, vision board, whatever words you want to use for it, party with my friends, of just all of us getting to share our hopes and dreams and cheering each other on and supporting each other. And I feel like that's even why I asked everybody in that video to do that. Like, say like 1 year from now, what do you want your life to look like? Because that's what this community can do for each other, is like cheer each other on, root for each other, help support each other, because we're all gonna make mistakes, go through hard times, have stuff that we would like to improve upon. I think that's so human and natural. But the original question was healthy ways to heal, and I just think that journaling about what it is you actually want and almost writing it as if it is the reality is so powerful to heal and put yourself in a different direction, start a new chapter from, you know, all of that pain and trauma that you're healing from. Making a lot of room for self-care, and times when I am starting to feel that burnout or too overwhelmed or stressed, of just really recognizing like, okay, what are the things that aren't a priority right now? How can I work in just some quiet time, some relaxation, whether that's maybe going to the spa or getting my nails done, or just, you know, sitting outside in quiet in nature, doing a meditation, going to the gym and sitting in the sauna and listening to meditations. Like, that helps me so much. Diet, again, like really focusing on what I'm eating and just what vitamins and supplements that I've been taking every single day to sort of improve my overall health and mood. I think for me too, I've definitely like had to cut out a lot of negativity, and that has been really, really healthy and helpful for me. Whether that's in like some of the shows that I was watching or music that I was listening to, or just, you know, I've really surrounded myself, I think, with people who are really supportive and happy and optimistic and hardworking. And I'm just really like grateful for all of my friends in like my circle right now that have just, I think, really like uplifted me and like helped me along this journey too, and have like been there for me when I've just absolutely like broke down and cried over things that have been going on. And I just really appreciate that. So, I mean, I feel like I'm probably missing some things. This would probably be a really good podcast episode when I can like write down all my thoughts and really get into like a whole wellness deep dive. So that I'm gonna do that very, very soon. Somebody asked, how do you balance everything? And I think, quite honestly, it's because you only see glimpses of my life in here that it seems like I'm balancing everything, and I'm not. I had an ex-boss, she was a fabulous manager, but she would always say to me, you're like a duck, because on top of the water, you're just gliding and floating along and everything looks like it's great. She's like, but underneath, I know that like your feet are, you know, flipping away, panic mode. And I think that's how I felt a lot. And I'm sick of being in survival mode. Somebody commented on my video, like, I think you should just like worry about yourself and be alone and stop like looking for a partner. And I'm like, no, like, I don't think we're put on earth to be alone. I think it's okay if you're actively choosing that you need that space and you want to be alone, all power to you. Like, if that's the current vibe that you're in, great. But yes, I've taken like time to myself to process and heal things, but long term, I know that I want a partner, and I know that, again, like, I would like to be married again, and I would like to have a true partnership where we're thriving together and our family is thriving together, instead of being in survival mode all the time. Because when you're in survival mode, it's fight or flight. Like, the adrenaline kicks in and you kind of like just like get it all done and you make it happen because you're motivated for your kids and for, you know, them. You're gonna do anything that it takes, but it's not healthy long term. So I don't wanna do that. So I don't wanna ever make it seem like, oh, I'm like so perfectly balancing it all. Because trust me, I'm not. I think maybe I've really realized certain things that are going to have to take priority, and that is going to be like my workouts is a huge priority, and spending time with the kids is like the #1 priority. But a lot of times, like me spending time with the kids, like for example, last night when we had like our movie night, I'm folding 3 loads of laundry while we're watching the movie together. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm doing things another example, like I took Presley, she really needed just some like quality time with me. Like I knew we needed like some girl talk conversation based on some stuff that's like going on with like her. And I took her on a bike ride where, you know, she sat in like the seat that Hayden really sits in because she could still fit in it. And we just had an hour of us getting to talk and catch up while I'm getting that workout in for myself. So I think maybe that's the only way that I could say like I'm getting a lot of things done, is that I'm multitasking very efficiently and like really prioritizing the top 2 things in my life that really matter to me, and that's making sure I'm taking care of myself so that then I can take care of my babies and like spend as much quality time with my babies as I can. Someone asked, is the grass greener on the other side of divorce? And I think it depends on what maybe you're looking at, or I think just everybody's own personal experience, because if you're getting out of something very, very toxic, it probably definitely feels greener. Like you probably feel a sense of peace. But you know, for people who it's like they were very financially stable when they were married, and then when they're divorced, it completely changes your finances and your budget and your lifestyle, then I would say like that's going to be something that you're going to have to plan for and think about. And you know, that's a huge life change. Like it's a lot to be supporting everything in like one income, or potentially then having to work extra jobs just to kind of support all of the needs of your family. Again, I feel like these are really good podcast episode topics. Like I could talk a lot about a lot of things, of like how in some ways the holidays are better, but in other ways they're not. Like it just all kind of depends how you look at it. Somebody said, why did you put back your long hair? You looked more power woman in the short hair. I mean, I liked it both ways. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I really liked it cute and I thought it was fun, but I don't know, I feel like I missed it. Like after like a month of having fun with the short hair, I missed it. And that's why when at my next hair appointment, I was like, okay, let's just put the extensions back in. Okay, someone asked me, I get separation anxiety from my daughter, recently separated, she's 2, any advice? So that was the hardest for me, was Hayden, because he was almost 2 when we started our, you know, co-parenting arrangement. And I actually had to stop breastfeeding because it made me so emotional every time I would bring out the pump, that I was like, I can't do this to myself. Like it's just ripping me to shreds that he's not here and I'm having to pump. And at that point he was, I think like 19 months old. So it just was like, I could do it mentally, feeling like, okay, I've done it for a long time. I feel good about it. And it's gonna just put me in a better place when it comes to my mental health, to not go through the agony of doing this multiple times a day when he's not here. But it's so freaking hard. It still is really hard because, you know, he can express things now of just like what he wants, and it's hard because you just, you know, they're your babies and you're their mama, and it's like you just want to protect them and keep you by you all the time. And so it is really tough. But I just try to, you know, make the days when they're not here my work days, my go run errand days, my try to, you know, get as much other stuff done as I can for business and for myself when they're not here, so that when I do have them, I can spend more quality time with them. But it's not easy, and I'm sorry that you're going through it, because it's rough. And there is also no shame if you're having really bad anxiety of talking to your doctor about it too, of like, is there any options? Because you don't want to keep putting yourself through trauma or putting yourself in like a mood that, if there is something that could maybe just like help you in this transition that you're going through right now, there's no shame in exploring those options. Full transparency, I tried, because I did ask for something at a certain point of like just going through it all, to be like, will this help? Because it just was really hard. I believe it was like a generic firm Wellbutrin. I think that's what it was the generic of. And I'll be honest with you, I felt nothing. It was literally like, why am I taking this? It did not, I felt like it didn't change anything. So I feel like I just needed to do other things to really help my mental health at that point get in a good place. Because it kind of felt like that was just like trying to put a Band-Aid over it that like wasn't even working. So, but I know other people, you know, just other things that work for you. Everybody's body and like chemical makeup is different, and maybe it could help a lot. So no shame in talking to your doctor, because there could be something that could be helpful. This is an interesting question. Have you thought about egg freezing in case you want more children? I'm contemplating this. So I'm 36 right now. I mean, if I was like for sure I'm having more kids, I probably at the age I am, like it should be a good idea to like do it sooner rather than later. But I think just knowing I have 3 kids and like my feeling, like gut feeling, my intuition tells me that Mr. Right is going to have kids of his own too, because I think I'm just going to need that like understanding of what it is to be a parent and co-parenting and all of that. I think, I don't know if like if you asked me like right now, like do you see yourself having more kids, I would only say for Presley if I could like guarantee it was a girl. So maybe that's why freezing eggs would be a good thing, because you can, you know, pick the gender if you go that route. I think I would have a little girl just if I could guarantee it for Presley, because she like begs me for a little sister. It like makes me feel so bad. I'm like, whenever we see a butterfly in Nayla, she's like, that's my baby sister, that would have been my baby sister. And like just the other day she even asked me, she's like, how old would a Nayla be right now? And like, you know, it's hard. So I don't know, I guess it's interesting. I hadn't like been like, oh, I should go freeze my eggs right now, but yeah, I don't know. What is the best part about being a single mom in your opinion? I think for me, I'm a like big people pleaser, and I love the fact that I can just kind of be more in tune with my kids and what's gonna make them happy than worrying about the complexities of a relationship and trying to make somebody else happy on top of worrying about their needs. So I think that's been nice. It's kind of like it frees up a lot of mental space for me of just getting to focus on them and worry about their needs and not meeting other people's needs on top of it. Or like when we're on vacation, it's really nice to just be like, okay, as like the adult, I can be the deciding factor of if the kids are all asking to do something, it's very easy for me to be like, yep, we're gonna do this, than having like another adult chime in and of like, no, we should be doing this instead, or I want to do this, or I need blah, blah, blah. Like it's just so much nicer to be like, I can just take care of my babies and focus on them and have no other outside opinions. That's probably my favorite thing about it. But other people probably have different. So if you're a single mom coming in, like what is your favorite part about being a single mom? Down in the comments, because I'm curious too. I feel like there's probably like a variety of answers. Somebody asked, what did you do before vlogging? So before YouTube, even when I started my YouTube channel, I was an executive director in HR. So I was working a 9-to-5 office job. I traveled a ton, and so that was even what inspired me to make my YouTube channel, is because I had watched all of Anna Cicconi's pregnancy updates while I was pregnant with Landon, and they just helped me so much. And then when I was trying to find pumping and like working mom videos, I couldn't find any. So I was like, I majored, my undergrad in college is broadcast journalism, and my master's is communications, so I knew how to edit videos, and it just kind of was a fun side creative outlet for me that I just wanted to help other people. I had no idea you could make money. I had no idea that this would become my full-time business. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm so grateful. Like he knew the plan, he knew the path for me, and he definitely put me, where I needed to be, which is why, I have faith that in the future I'm gonna be on like the right path, and it's gonna be the right timing for everything to just all make sense of why we've gone through some rough patches on this journey. But that's what I was doing at the time I started YouTube. Before I was an executive director in HR, I was a recruiter for Teach for America, because I had taught 2 years of 7th grade English language arts in Baltimore after I graduated from college. So, and I went to OU, Ohio University. OU, oh yeah, always a bobcat. And so, what I was doing wasn't necessarily what I had gone to college for. I thought I was gonna be on the news doing broadcast journalism. I loved, interviewing people. My favorite thing, like especially to this day, it's when the Olympics are on and you get to watch the life story of the athletes and learn about their family or friends who are rooting for them and the challenges they overcame. That's what I always thought I was gonna do, was like tell other people's life stories. I just think that's the best. But ended up on YouTube, I guess, kind of sharing my life story in a very weird, twisted way. But I mean, who knows? It's like I've done so many cool things over the course of this lifetime already. And you know, I'm only 36 years young, and who knows, with like all of the stuff I've experienced, what I could do in the future. Like, thought about writing books. I told you guys, like, I'm also really excited about the opportunity to start doing some travel agent kind of stuff here potentially. And yeah, I love on the podcast getting to interview other people and share their stories in that way. So I think it's so cool getting to learn from other people. That's what I love about our community and our chats, like in the premieres, just kind of getting to know everybody and what they're going through, and know that, you know, we all connect over certain things. And I think that's what's so beautiful about life. We just need, I think, more of that connection and more of that love and understanding towards one another, and like the world just gets so much better. But anyways, I'm going to end this Q&A there because my battery is flashing, so I know it's going to cut me off here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will try to do more Q&As if you want them. Let me know down in the comments. But I do a lot of cleaning and decorating. I know I have like a clean and decorate that I was planning to do coming up here, and just, you know, other stuff that I kind of go about my day-to-day life and vlog and share with you. So thank you for being here and for being so supportive of me and the kids, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, loves.